Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mr. Farrell, and today we will be reading The Obstinate Pen by Frank W. Dormer. I think you're going to like this one. Uncle Flood unwrapped his new pen and laid it on the desk. It promptly stood at attention. Uncle Flood shivered with delight. "I must have silence when I write," Flood yelled at his nephew. Horace left. Uncle Flood removed the cap from his pen and began to write, "The following story is all true." But the pen did not write that sentence. What the pen wrote was this: "You have a big nose." Uncle Flood could only stare at the paper. He wrote again, "The following story is all true." The pen wrote, "You have eyes as large as dinner plates." Flood's mouth dropped open. "Pen!" he yelled. "You'd better write what I want this time, or I will throw you out the window." "The following story is all true," he wrote. The pen wrote, "Your hair is like a bird's nest." The pen flew out the window and landed in Officer Wonkle's ear. "Eek!" said Officer Wonkle. "Is something wrong?" asked the woman. "A pen," Officer Wonkle said. "Just what I needed." He began to write a ticket to the woman. Name, Miss Glenda Weeble. But the pen did not write that sentence. What the pen wrote was this: "Kiss that girl!" Officer Wonkle's face turned red. He started another ticket. Name, Miss Glenda Weeble. The pen wrote, "Kiss her, banana head!" Arrgh! "Are you all right?" asked Miss Weeble. She thought the officer was very handsome. "Sorry, ma'am. It's the pen." He scratched out the last line and tried again. Name, Miss Glenda Weeble. The pen wrote, "If you don't kiss her, you are a yam-headed organ grinder." Officer Wonkle made up his mind. He threw the pen away and pressed a kiss on Miss Weeble's cheek. The pen landed in the street. It stuck to the wheel of Mrs. Norcom Pigeon Smythe's automobile. The pen made an awful tick-tick sound until Miss Pigeon Smythe's driver, Druthers, stopped and pulled it out. "Ease a pen," said Druthers. He handed it to Mrs. Norcom Pigeon Smythe. "Oh, what a sturdy little pen," she said. "Druthers, fetch me a bit of stationery. I must use this pen to write my memoir." Soon, Mrs. Pigeon Smythe sat down to write her memoir. She wrote, "I, Mrs. Norcom Pigeon Smythe, related to the great king of Farflingdom, have lived a very lush life." The pen wrote, "Mrs. Floofy Pants has a spoon up her nose." Mrs. Pigeon Smythe burst out laughing. "Oh dear, what a precious pen! I must tell everyone about it." She began writing again, and the pen wrote, "Your hands have warts." She laughed even louder. Mrs. Norcom Pigeon Smythe ordered a large dinner party and invited every one of her friends to try the pen. It insulted a duke, 3 duchesses, and the maid. "The food tastes like paper." "Your nose is huge." "You have fingers in your hair." "Don't faint, but you're ugly." "Your hair's a rat's nest." After the large dinner party, Mrs. Pigeon Smythe placed the pen under glass in a room in her house that no one visited. So the pen did what any prisoner would do. It broke out. It landed on the ground and stood straight up. where it was picked up by Horace. He looked at its shiny, smooth barrel. He admired its pointed, flexy tip. Horace walked to the park. He sat down. He pulled out a sheet of paper and began to draw. And the pen let him. Well, boys and girls, I hoped you enjoyed The Obstinate Pen. I think it's a funny book. This is Mr. Farrell. Until next time, bye-bye.